Welcome friends to the 2026 Toyota BZ, the all-electric SUV. I'm going to be covering the regular model as well as the all-new Woodland edition as well. And stay tuned until the end of this video where I will be sharing with you how you can save a substantial amount of money off the outgoing 2025 BZ4X. All right, let's get started here. And as you can tell, the name has now changed for the better in 2026. Toyota is now simply referring to this SUV as the BZ. Before it was known as the BZ4X. Absolutely ridiculous name, but now it is known simply as the BZ. And let's cover the highlights first regarding the regular SUV. The range has now increased to 314 miles, and that's for the XLE and the front-wheel drive Plus model. This is a 25% increase over the outgoing BZ4X, which was rated at 252 miles of range. We do now have here the NACS port for 2026, which will allow you to charge at the Tesla stations, and we have up to 50% more horsepower with 338 combined total system horsepower on the all-wheel drive models. That is up from the previous 214 combined system horsepower on the previous all-wheel drive BZ4X. That's huge. We do have here a much more sleeker design in my opinion, but let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Regarding the interior space, we do have a larger 14-inch infotainment screen with customizable ambient lighting. These SUVs, they are available in either XLE or limited trim levels, much like before, and you still have the choice of getting either front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. And just to save some time, I will have the official press release on the screen for you to check out. That way you will know everything there is to know regarding these electric SUVs. But keep in mind, this vehicle's twin, the Subaru Solterra, that's also been refreshed for 2026 with very similar changes and updates. Anyway, we saw that these new BZs, they're producing more power, the range has gone up. Well, all of this is due to two new battery packs, and the electric motors themselves are much more powerful now. And the new all-wheel drive BZ, it can accelerate from 0 to 60 in 4.9 seconds. That's over 1.5 seconds quicker than the 2025 model. Big upgrade there in performance, and you are able to take these vehicles to a DC fast charger, of course, and Toyota claims that you can charge the new BZ from 10 to 80% in about 30 minutes, which is pretty awful, honestly. There are rival vehicles which can charge at much faster speeds, but whatever. I mean, you are able to still, of course, utilize the Tesla charging network as well with the NACS ports. We do, however, get a standard heat pump, which allows for a more efficient climate control. And as standard, you will be getting a heated steering wheel and heated front seats as well. Also standard, you do get that larger 14-inch infotainment screen with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. And with that entry-level XLE model, you do get two wireless phone chargers as well, but you only get like a 6-speaker audio system. And even on the limited trim level, the 9-speaker JBL is an option. That's really crazy. They have to stop doing that. If you step up to the limited trim, they should give you the 9-speaker JBL as standard. But anyway, going back to the XLE, you're also going to be getting 18-inch wheels with that model, and you will also be getting the hands-free power tailgate as standard with the XLE. That's great to see. And the XLE seats, it's going to be comprised of both fabric and synthetic leather. When you step up to the limited trim level, you do get the full synthetic leather interior along with 20-inch wheels, upgraded LED headlights. The passenger front seat now becomes power adjustable, and you'll also be getting ventilated front seats as well, not just the heated seats. And I do appreciate the 360 camera that comes with the limited trim level as well, but as mentioned before, the JBL audio system, that's going to be an option with the limited, and if you want the pano moonroof with the limited, that's also going to be a separate option. But all of these BZs are going to be coming with Toyota Safety Sense 3.0, and that includes blind spot monitoring and rear cross traffic alert. That does come standard across the board. Great to see. Now, we do not have pricing yet for the 2026 BZ, but it should be going on sale sometime in the second half of 2025. Now, let's quickly talk about the BZ Woodland. That's supposed to be your quote-unquote off-road model. Comes standard with all-wheel drive, and it's got 375 combined total system horsepower. You get up to 260 miles of range. Still charges from 10 to 80% in 30 minutes when utilizing a DC fast charger. You still get the NACS port with the Woodland edition. You get 8.3 inches of ground clearance. You get the pano view monitor with multi-terrain monitor as well, and you get the 3,500-pound towing capacity with the Woodland edition. You get soft text trimmed seating, you get the 14-inch infotainment screen with the dual wireless charging, which you get that with the entry-level XLE as well, as mentioned before, along with the ambient lighting. And once again, the JBL audio system, it is not standard. With the Woodland, you do have to get something known as the premium package, which adds in the JBL audio system, the ventilated front seats, with memory driver seat, the pano moonroof, front radiant heaters, and more. With the limited trim level, you just naturally get the ventilated front seats. So on the Woodland, you have to get that premium package if you want the ventilated front seats. Anyway, let's go into some of these details here. I mentioned we get 375 total horsepower with the Woodland. That's going to be 37 horsepower more than the standard all-wheel drive BZ. And as mentioned before, the counterpart vehicle to the BZ, it's going to be Subaru Solterra, and they have their own kind of off-road model known as the Trail Seeker, so we can assume that the Trail Seeker and this Woodland, they're going to be very similar. Woodland is going to be rocking 18-inch wheels with all-terrain tires, and it still comes with Toyota Safety Sense 3.0. And with the Woodland, you will be getting the 360 camera as standard, but I will have more details on the screen for you to check out. That way you will know everything there is to know regarding the regular BZ and this Woodland. Once again, we do not have the official pricing yet for the Woodland, but this vehicle is going to go on sale early 2026, so later than the regular BZ. But as promised at the beginning of this video, I do have a resource that I can share with you to help you save money on new Toyota vehicles. I have partnered with Jim, who is one of the largest Toyota brokers in the United States, and he has some of the best prices for new Toyotas in the entire nation. Now, towards the end of May, which was last month, I'm recording this video June of 2025, but previously I saw that he was advertising $3,500 under invoice for the BZ4X, and the vehicle was leasing out for like $250 a month. Absolutely wild. So if you just want like a very affordable second or third vehicle for your family, because I personally don't really recommend getting an EV as your only car. Some people do it, God bless, but I personally would only get an EV as my second or third option. And it's a pretty decent sized SUV, and to get that for in the $200 a month range, crazy. Of course, he has other Toyota deals as well, like under invoice on Tacomas and Tundras, of course. Even the Camry, he's slightly under invoice, and the Prius Prime, $3,500 under invoice. Great deal there. Prius Prime is another vehicle that leases out really well. And you're able to buy these vehicles out as well. So, you know, those people who like to say, you know, leasing is fleecing, very ignorant statements. You can obviously build equity with a lease, and you can even buy them out as well. In fact, buying out some of these EV/plug-in hybrid leases, that's one of the hacks in saving a substantial amount of money. You can actually ask Jim about that. He has a phone number. You simply text him, mention the vehicle that you want, roughly what color, what trim, and where you're going to be registering this vehicle, because he is primarily located in the Pennsylvania/California areas. He does offer nationwide shipping, but shipping is something you have to pay extra for, and he does charge a broker fee to access these deals. He did say that if you text him and you mention my channel, Main Motor Group, he did say that he'll take some money off of his broker fee, and I really appreciate him doing that for my audience. But as you can see, being substantially under invoice, even with his broker fee, and even if you had to pay for shipping, you're still going to be at under invoice on many of these vehicles. Compare this with most people who simply go to their local dealership and they just get screwed over. Yeah, this is a huge blessing, because Toyota is typically a sought after vehicle by most families, and to get a good deal on them, that's huge. Regardless though, I will have Jim's information and his Leasehackr page linked in the description box below. That way you can also check out his reviews. But yeah, I purchased 2 vehicles from him, had the vehicle shipped, flawless procedure, a very convenient way of purchasing cars, not get screwed over, and you don't have to play the manipulation games with your local dealerships. So if you find value with this content, make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you again for watching, take care, and goodbye.